Yo, 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 it's your boy Spartus Darkness, also known as King Berg, also known as Deshaun. We are going to be reacting to CoryxKenshin, aka CoryxKenshin. He is a YouTube streamer. He has some feelings regarding YouTube favoritism and racism. Me personally, I do believe there is some favoritism going on and a tad bit of racism at the same time. It doesn't only stem from YouTube. It stems to YouTube, Instagram, Twitch. There's a lot of things where I feel like we are just getting the short end of the stick on, and I'm glad that there's another content creator. So a lot of us black people, we don't like to blame it on us being black, but there's just so many instances where you see other people doing it and there's no issue, and when it comes to us, there's always an issue. And to be honest with you, we just want to be great. We want to be able to do this as well, create our content, get the same fair shake, let people see our videos, but for some reason there's always some kind of turmoil when it comes to it. So we're gonna listen to what he has to say. I'm gonna stop the video in between, give my take on it, especially because we don't want to get copyrighted, because this is Corey's content. Make sure to go check him out, CoryxKenshin.
I'm going to try my best to articulate.
This is his YouTube right here, CoryxKenshin. Make sure to go follow him. 1.4 million followers. Make sure to go follow him. We want to support the people that we are talking about as well, especially if we care about them. And I support every creator, but I do also want to see people that look like me actually win. So because I'm a black creator too, so if he can do it, it makes me feel as if I can do it. Well, let's play it.
This video as thoroughly, as plainly, as eloquently as possible. I don't want there to be any lost context. I don't want to just look like I'm coming out of nowhere having a temper tantrum because these things are happening. The allegations I am levying towards YouTube are extremely serious, and I'm taking this video extremely seriously. YouTube, you guys either play favorites, you are racist, or it's a mix of the two. These are the three options, YouTube.
Now, that's a bold claim, to be honest with you. A lot of people won't make that claim on live. Like it's one thing to say it around your friends, but to say it out loud, it's like you're breathing light into it. So you also take the scrutiny of saying something. But I agree with him.
Which one is it? Here's my proof. I've been doing YouTube a long time, okay? I never want to be that guy, oh, it's because I'm black. Oh, these issues are happening because I'm black. There have been certain situations that I looked at kind of funny. I said, it could be because of that, but nah, I'm not trying to press that. I don't want to build that narrative around my YouTube.
Exactly. You never wanna you never wanna blame everything on just being black, because then you kind of get seen as a person that's just complaining, and some people will not mess with you just because of that. They won't be around because they feel like you're what's it called, hate mongering, like where it's like you just saying that everybody hates you, but there's some truth to it.
YouTube channel. This time, I can no longer let it slide. This is the situation. August 18th, I uploaded The Mortuary Assistant. A lot of you would know it got age restricted because the following video I did, I let you guys know it got age restricted. YouTube didn't tell me why. I saw that all these other YouTubers were playing The Mortuary Assistant and only my video seemed to be age restricted. And I looked for like an hour, 2 hours. I was scrolling all different types of people's video. No one else's was age restricted. So I appealed the restriction. Hey guys, I'm not sure why mine got age restricted. Could you look into this? Appeal rejected. They doubled down. The policy team said, no, Corey, your video is restricted for good reason. We're not going to tell you why, but it's restricted. That's our final decision. I said, okay. I get with my YouTube rep. I send him an email. Hey, could you look at this? This is some weird.
Which is crazy in itself, that all it takes is for somebody, because I believe the first age restriction is automated. It's like a computer program. But when you send it out to get to see if you can get it taken off, that's a human telling you that. Age restricted is different than clicking the button that says this is made for kids. When it's made for kids, it gets shown to kids. Age restricted, barely anybody is gonna see this video. It's gonna be hidden from a lot of people, and it's gonna tell them that it's age restricted when you look at it.
Weird stuff going on. Only my video got age restricted. My YouTube rep, who isn't on the policy team, he looked at my video and he said, hey, it could possibly be this part at the end where the woman was battling some depression, and I'm just gonna leave it there, lest this video also get age restricted just because I'm talking about it. So I looked at that part. The first thing I did was try to find other YouTubers who had that part, or at least a part similar. Now, Markiplier, I don't know if you'll ever see this, but I just want you to know I have a lot of respect for you, and I didn't mean to drag you into the middle of this. Your channel just happens to be a great reference point because A, you're a really big YouTuber, and B, you're not black. So I can look at your channel, and then I can look at my channel or look at anyone else's channel and make sure that the things in the games that you play, that they're enforcing the rules equally to everybody. So I go to Markiplier.
You have to make that comparison sometimes, unfortunately. You have to see if everybody's getting away with it or is it just you that are being targeted. I agree with him. And it's sad that you have to use a white person to compare and contrast, but you have to see if they are letting other people get away, especially big like someone in his range. You want to get a good compare and contrast to see if you're tripping or not, to be honest with you. But
Mortuary Assistant Part 3, and he had the same situation going on, and his video wasn't age restricted. So I send the video to my YouTube rep. I say, hey, Markiplier has this situation in his video, but his isn't age restricted. Could you send that to the policy team and see what they say about that? He said, wow, Corey, that's some astute detective work. Let me send this to them and see what they say. What do you think happened after that? I'll give you a second. They came back and they removed my age restriction. They took it off after they already rejected my appeal. I sent them the clip of Markiplier's video that has the same thing, and they removed it. Now, my YouTube rep, he was excited. He was, oh, great, this is awesome. Look, Corey, they took the age restriction off. I said, why?
exactly. Why? Why did they take the YouTube restriction off after I've seen proof of that? If that's the case, right? If all of our things are being automated and they have the same exact video, there's nothing different but my face on there. I'm not cursing. I'm not smoking. I'm not doing anything that violates. So why was I age restricted? If his went through the same automatic process, his didn't get restricted, and then I send you his video of him not being age restricted with the same content, and that's proof. It's either you have to get your automated system correct or there's something fishy going on.
I expected them to triple down and give Markiplier an age restriction too. But they looked at Mark's video and they used that to verify my innocence. So I send my YouTube rep a lengthy email detailing my feelings about the entire situation, feeling like there was some favoritism at play, there was either that or some racism at play, and that I would like to sit down with the policy team and figure out why my video was flagged in the first place. Actually, number one, was it automated or was it a human that age restricted it in the first place? Number two, who was the human reviewer? Because it's a human reviewer once you submit an appeal. Who was the human reviewer that doubled down and rejected my appeal? Number three, why did it take Markiplier's clip in order for them to reverse the decision? My YouTube rep gets back with me. He wants to hop on a call. We get on.
And I feel bad for the YouTube rep. Because there's not a lot that the YouTube reps can actually do for you. It's like they can help on one side, but they're, like he said, he's not on the policy side. So he doesn't make decisions. He's kind of a middleman, and then he tries to talk to other people to see if he can get to help you. But there's nothing. They're not imbued with power. Basically, they can't technically actually do anything for you. They submit stuff for you to see if they can get it taken down, but YouTube reps can't actually do anything by themselves.
On the phone for about 10-15 minutes, and I tell them I've been feeling like this for a long time. I've been feeling like every single time that I come back to YouTube, I'm #1 trending for a few days, and then they find some arbitrary issue. They nitpick and they try and find something that they can incriminate me for and try to push me down. You don't believe me? What happened the last time I came back and I was #1 trending for like a week? They copyright struck me for a video that was in 2019 or something like that. Why don't these issues ever crop up when I'm not uploading? I mean,
and that's nuts in itself, because it seems like now they're cherry picking to make sure, because I don't know if you guys actually watch CoryxKenshin, but he does not upload that much. He doesn't upload that much, but when he does upload, the numbers be sky high. And a quick way for you to not get seen or for them to push you back down, like I feel like some people don't want you to get too famous or famous without them guiding you or at least having some part of it. His fame is directly connected to just him. He does have some famous friends. My boy Afro Senju, I watch him a lot as well. He does have some famous friends, but his fame is directed to him and his energy. Some people don't like that, and a fast way to bring you down is to give you a copyright strike, because then your page comes under scrutiny, and then for sure when you get a copyright strike, almost nobody starts seeing your videos. Even the people that are notified, have the button click. You can ask your friends. Some people will not get a notification.
I'm not on YouTube like 9 months out of the year. Nothing ever happens until I come back and I start uploading again, and I'm getting my numbers, they're climbing, they're exploding, I'm #1 trending, and then they're like, hey, we need to stop him. We need to, like, this black man, he's getting too many views, he's getting too much exposure, too much activity. Hold that thought. Let's get back to the current situation. So my YouTube rep assures me he's gonna continue this dialogue with the policy team and try to get some answers to those 3 questions that I had. So another day, another 2 days go by, and what do you know? They re-age restricted the video. They re-age restricted the video. I say, no way did they do that. I go to Markiplier's video now, and now his video is age restricted. They got caught with their pants down. They
Crazy. Honestly, that's some. I feel like it's petty too, because he further wanted more information regarding what happened and why it happened, why his video was age restricted. That they age restricted him and Markiplier now, to basically be like, well, now you have no excuse for what's happening. We're gonna age restrict both of you. But that doesn't really it doesn't really help, to be honest with you. That seemed petty, and it makes it seem like there's a specific human behind it that doesn't like that they had to put in more work. Oh, he's complaining that we unage restricted him. All right, so let's hit them both with it now.
They got called out, and then they had to go back and say, oh, whoa, okay, we see the narrative that he's kind of pushing here. We need to take some steps back. We need to just age restrict them both and be done with it. You thought that I wasn't gonna like talk about this, make a video about it? You realize how bad this looks for you, YouTube. You realize how unfair this comes across. I, in all my years, have never seen a video get age restricted, de-age restricted, and then age restricted again. Have any of you ever seen that happen before? They saw that I saw that there was some unfair stuff going on, so then they tried to appease me by de-age restricting the video. I say, wait, why are you doing that? Because I sent Markiplier's clip. And then they say, oh, okay, well, let's just age restrict them both. Why is my channel so much more heavily scrutinized than my peers? My peers, and when I say peers, I mean people around my level, around my view count, just to keep it simple. Why is my channel so much more thoroughly scrutinized? Especially so when I've been #1 trending multiple days in a row, which I've done multiple times. And every single time I start to get an uptick in traction, an uptick in activity, here comes YouTube coming through. Hey, let's get him for that video from 2019. Yeah, you see this, Corey? No, this is bad. It wasn't bad the 9 months that I was off the platform. It was only bad when I got back and I was #1 trending. This situation was only bad because I've been #1 trending since I got back.
And that's not coincidental. I'm sorry. Me personally, I don't feel like that's coincidental. You take him down when he starts to rise, he starts to trend. And like I feel like there's a certain point where you reach, like, what do they call it, terminal velocity, where, well, or it's just you've hit the sky and they can't stop you. He's close to that, where people are still going to watch his videos, but they're heavily blocked. And honestly, for having even this video, I'm pretty sure it wasn't shown to as many people as he would have wanted it to. But a lot of people are sharing it, so it's getting in the algorithm. They can't stop this video specifically.
Every other YouTuber has uploaded the mortuary assistant. And now they're about to start putting in some age restrictions because I called them out on some unfair behavior. Now I realize that when you call someone a racist, that's a very, very serious accusation. And for that matter, how do you expressly prove that someone is a racist? I mean, unless they're spamming the N-word in the chat. How do you really know? And admittedly, I cannot 100% prove that race had everything to do with this. But I can tell you the people on that policy team, those shadow people that are anonymous and get to enact their will however they see fit. How can we be sure that they take a black person's video and a white person's video, and it can be the same exact video, and they restrict the black person's video, but not the white person's video? I feel I've been mistreated for a long time. I mean, even when we hit 10 million subscribers and I was supposed to get my diamond play button and there was no correspondence, these situations always coincide with an uptick of growth. And it always just comes off like we can't let this black guy get too high up. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm telling you, that's how it comes off. I don't see any other YouTube.
And it does start to feel that way. To be honest with you, I don't know. Like, I can't speak for every black creator, but it feels like we have to jump through 20 hoops to get close to the same thing as our other counterparts. On top of people not liking us or not watching us simply because we are black. There are people in this world that, because my name is Sparta's Darkness, they will never click the follow because they see darkness and they hear a black person. They'd rather watch somebody that's white or female over somebody called Sparta's Darkness. I have to deal with that because I like my name. And I can't change that I am a black person. So that's never going to change either. There are people out there that will not mess with me. And I don't get me wrong, I have a lot of friends of other races. My boy Superman, my boy Awful, Matt. I can go down the list. About 20, 30 of them. But those are people that don't care, but they are the minority where the majority of people will not mess with you. Strictly because you're black. And there's nothing you can, that's not something you can change. It's like somebody telling you, get taller. Like, you can't just magically get taller. I'm gonna be black for the rest of my life. Like, and it feels like on these platforms we don't really have a say in a lot of things. And also, we're always gonna be looked down, and compared to our other counterparts, we're never going to reach a certain amount of fame. We're never going to get there because certain people won't let us get there. They don't like to see people like us winning. They don't like to see us happy, to be honest with you. And it's like, to me personally, I think it's a deep-seated hate for black people. In any way. They're racist to us anyway.
YouTuber that gets #1 trending many times, and then all of a sudden they're getting age restricted and they're getting copyright strikes and all of that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Point them out. I want to see them. I'll retract this entire video. I'll make a public apology to YouTube. I have no problem. My dad taught me, if you make a mistake, be a man and address it and apologize. I will do that, no problem. But to me, you know what it comes off? It comes off whenever CoryxKenshin starts doing some crazy numbers or getting on trending too much. We got to find something. We got to get him for something. He's got to have done something. I mean, I bleep out cuss words in video games. Like, I literally, this is the YouTuber that you want to have smoke with and have problems with. I believe there is.
And to be honest with you, to bleep out videos, to bleep out cuss words in videos, he's taking a lot of time. Y'all don't understand how much, like, I edit. And I'm not that good at editing. You see how he's doing the black and white filter, the zoom. I'm not at that point yet. I've been trying to learn. I'm trying to get better to make people want to watch it more. And it brings a dramatic effect. But that takes hours. Even the little bit I do. When I make a Apex video, I play for 3 hours. 3 hours trying to get content. You cut it down. Take pieces out, it turns into a 40-minute video. You have to watch your whole thing, and you're not doing it once. You're not doing it once, twice, 3 times. You got to go back, forth, get clips from here. If you want it to start off with like a death a death and then go into the video. You gotta find where that's at, cut that piece out, then go back to the beginning. It takes hours to edit video. It's so and then for him on top of that to be worried about the curses. A lot of these games curse. NPCs curse out of nowhere. You have the skull on I forgot what that skull's called in Halo. Almost everybody curses. He's going out his way to make sure that his videos are not getting age restricted. Because for a lot of us, this is our livelihood. Yes, we have jobs, but some people want to make this their job. I want to make this my job. I don't want to have to physically go work for somebody else my whole life. If that doesn't lead to anything, they can fire you like it's nothing. So some people take this super serious and they feel like they're still getting the short end of the stick.
Some racism involved within the policy team, and YouTube in general really doesn't care about black people like that. They got their favorite creators. Log out of YouTube. Log out and go to YouTube. You'll see the people on the front page every single day. You'll see the favorites. Count how many are black. Count how many are of people of color. So then what does YouTube try and do? They try.
That's a good point. I have done that before. I've logged out to see who I see on the gaming tab. I've logged out to see who I see in entertainment. And if you notice that a lot of them are not people of color, like they have people that they consider brand friendly. And a curly haired fro dude with an anime hat on or a Japanese hat on is not as brand friendly as they or what they would think is not brand friendly to every brand. But somebody else, not saying what skin color they are, but there's a lot of other people that are considered brand friendly and they do the most shit. To be honest with you. Like even the e-girls where it's like, yeah, you consider those brand friendly, but they're extremely sexualized. Where it's like, how is this brand friendly? But he's just sitting here regular. What's not brand friendly about this guy?
Try and peddle YouTube black. They try and give us a spotlight. And do you know how condescending and patronizing that is?
Facts. The fact that you have to give time to us and be like, yo, look at these black creators. Notice that the only other people that have something like that is the LGBT. And I feel like it's the LGBTQ. I don't know all the letters. But I feel like those are the only two groups that have this we're gonna dedicate some time. And I feel like when you dedicate time to us like that, it's because we're already marginalized. That people don't fuck with us because we're black. So let's give them like a little bit of light for this thing. It's like just like on February. February comes around, all these platforms are like, yo, black this way. Yo, it hits January. I mean, it hits fucking March 1st. All of that is done. All of it is done. You're barely gonna see any black creators on there anymore. And any black creators that you do see there, it's people that have made a name for themselves running through the mud. But the sponsorships and all that, a lot of us don't get that. We don't get those sponsorships.
Oh yeah, let's give a spotlight to these black creators because we're all about diversity. All this communicates is black people aren't good enough on their own skill, on their own merits, on their own talent. So we gotta give them a spotlight. We gotta come down and raise them up so they can get some spotlight action. Well, how about you save all that YouTube black, all that fake patronage, all that
Facts. I feel like it's only there to show face. It doesn't really do anything for the black creator. You don't see any number change. You don't see any ad revenue. There's no traffic on your stream because you're a black creator. If they put you on this black creator list, that's still a list of be like, oh, I don't fuck with black people, so I'm not gonna watch that list. That's cool. A whole list of people I don't need to watch. That's good that I can see them, but I'm never gonna click that. And then it's only for a month anyway.
fake pandering that you guys do. And when you have a black creator coming to you repeatedly saying, why am I being treated differently than other creators? And then you come back and, oh, we got to age restricted. And then, oh, no, he's on to us. Okay, we got to age restrict them both. Fake! It's fake. That's what it is. I am deeply sorry that this came off as a rant. You know, in the beginning, I wanted to keep my emotions out of it. I wanted to stay logical, stay on.
It's hard to keep your emotions out of it. Because I feel like people only respond to logical thinking. But sooner or later, your emotions gonna go into this if you're putting your heart into it. And as soon as you put your emotions into it, they see it as another angry black man. And that's not the truth. It's just we're very passionate about the things we do. Very passionate. So when we feel like we're getting played with and screwed with, we have to say something. You can't just keep taking it on the chin. We're known for taking it on the chin our whole lives. You have to take shit on the chin. But now when you're trying to build a livelihood,
the things that I could prove. I gave you the facts, but it also turned into me venting the emotions that I've had built up around YouTube. Ironic that I have to upload this on YouTube, but where else am I going to upload it? You know, I worked hard. I built this community from the ground. It's taken me over a decade to do. And I would have just hoped.
I'm going on 5 years of streaming. I'm still not at where I would want to be. I have about 1.5 followers. When I was on Mixer, I was close to 3,000. I think it was 1,000. So like I had a following. My following dropped when Mixer dropped, so I had to rebuild my following, rebuild the people that I hang out with, rebuild the community of people that I know. I used to have no problem clearing 30, 40 people in my stream. Now I have a problem keeping 10, 15 in my stream. It's a whole nother platform. So it's hard to build a community and keep a community at the same time. Since he was on YouTube, I doubt he had that same issue that I have. But when he says 10 years, believe it. He says a decade, believe it. I'm going on 5, and I'm still barely making money from it. I'm a long ways away from making this the thing that pays the bills. But I've spent a lot of money. This camera, the computer, the mic. You have to invest in it, and you're still not going to see a real payout for a long time. So you have to be dedicated to it. I love video games. People like it. I love them. It's been my escape for a long time. Since I was younger, it's never changed. And I got to see it go up from Duck Hunt to where it's at now. I never believed this day would come. But video games was always my escape when I was younger because I had a real tough childhood. So yes, I would love for video gaming and streaming to pay out for me at the end of the day. If this does end up, I would love for this to be something that I could turn into a passion. Well, it is my passion, but I would love for it to help me as well. And I don't think I'm wrong for this. I don't think he's wrong for that.
That the playing field was fair and that, hey, if I did something bad, then everybody else who also did that thing should get punished too. Is that unreasonable? I have no problem being punished. I have no problem if I break a rule that I get punished for it and I learn. But when you start when it's targeted, when you're doing things only because I'm getting bigger, or I don't know how it always seems to coincide with that situation. But that's just what it is. Now, if my YouTube channel gets shadow banned or they they start not sending my videos out to my subscribers, or a couple months from now, y'all just stop seeing my videos, we know why.
Shadow ban is a real thing too. I want people to understand that. I feel like there's a reason people make whole new accounts. They'll go on somebody else's phone and try to look themselves up and can't find themselves. Or put a hashtag in a post and then go try and look that hashtag up on a phone that you're not logged into and it won't show up. That's a way of shadow ban. I wish there was a way to prove shadow banning, but you definitely there's somebody definitely behind the scenes like, nah, we don't want that scene.
We know why. I mean, those shadows behind the scenes, they control it all. They control all of it. If they don't want my channel, they could terminate it right now. They could hide my videos. They could shadow ban me, not send my videos out to anybody. That's why I thought long and hard before I recorded this, but as one of the biggest black creators on the platform, I want you to hear it from my mouth that there is some shady business going on behind the scenes at YouTube.
And he's
I'm
right.
going to try my
There's some shady business not only with YouTube, it's going on, but it can be put to every platform that we stream on, talk on, try to monetize. There is some favoritism, if not a tad bit attached to it. I feel like as black creators, we have to fight through the mud. I know a lot of my friends that I have a friend person that tells me that don't make everything black. Don't. It's not about. You really think I'm like, yes, you gotta understand when the circumstances keep happening. It's not a coincidence. He's just CoryxKenshin is just talking about it now. I'm pretty sure he's been experiencing it for a very long time before you get to the point where you outwardly start saying. Nobody wants to play the racism game because there's certain people that are gonna look down on him and unfollow him just because of it. They're not gonna pay attention whatsoever. I'm pretty. After I'm done, I'm gonna scroll down the comments. It's gonna be 1,000 negative comments, guaranteed. Monkey, all that. I guarantee you. Like they freeze out this. Just honestly, I would say it's not our platform, so there's nothing we can technically do about it. But you do have to voice yourself. Because honestly, this shit is annoying. It's annoying to be looked down at. It's annoying to not really get as much praise or recognition as you should be getting, or at least if you're doing the same type of content as somebody else, just look at me fairly the same way. You don't really have to give me anything. When none of us are looking for handouts. Just we want the same fair. I want the same fair shake as a white man, as an e-girl, as a regular content creator, anybody. I just want the same fair shake. Nobody's asking you to give us anything more. And the whole putting black people as a creator, I mean as creators for a month, that's just it's like they're putting a bullseye on our head for people to target us more because it shows that it's affecting us in a certain way, so they're gonna keep doing it. Just like the hate raids. They finally implemented certain things for to get the hate raids out of it. But those were happening for months. How many black people and black creators do you know right now that have follower only, subscriber only channel? And it's because they don't want people running in here who are not followers and screaming racial slurs. And then they'll try and report the racial slurs in there and try to get you try to get you banned at the same time. And this and because you have subscriber only on or follower only, there are gonna be certain people or like they have this thing where you can't talk for like a minute or two after follow. There are gonna be a lot of people that are not gonna follow you because they see that. Because they think that you're trying to entice people to be followers and the only way you can speak to me is if you follow. No, it's for our protection. But since that can't be conveyed, you're going to lose a lot on the back end. So that even the things that are in place to help us still hinder us in certain ways. So to be honest with you, it's tough out here. I want to make this a career. Anybody that wants to, it's not a game. It's not a joke. It's not easy. There's a lot of hurdles you got to get through, and some of them are gonna piss you off. I feel his pain, and that's why I wanted to react to this. One of my friends, aka Low Key Black Queen, she put me on to the video, and I seen it. I was looking at it last night, but I was streaming twitch.tv/Hardest Darkness. Shameless plug. I was streaming, so I couldn't watch the video. I watched it last night, and it you know how when you watch something and it kind of touches your soul. Because I almost felt like, low key, I almost felt like crying a little bit. Like it was that one anime tear that kind of comes down your eye. Because you can tell when somebody's frustrated to the point that they have to be boisterous about it. A lot of us sit in silence. I'm one of those people. Unless you know me personally or you're in my Discord, you will not know that there's something wrong going on. There's something going wrong with me. I mean, something happened in my family right now. But you won't know because a lot of us put on this mask of strength, and we don't want to show y'all. But there's a lot of shit happening to us, man. I just say take care of yourself. Keep pushing, Corey. Because honestly, they can't stop you, bro. As much as they try to stop you, they can't stop you. You already reached terminal velocity. You're flying, bro. You're in the air now. So they're probably gonna age restrict this too. But I just wanna end this with, make sure you go follow CoryxKenshin. This ain't about me, man, because I do, like, of course, who wouldn't want some views? I'm not gonna lie to you and say I wouldn't want any views. But this is an important topic. Even if no people see this, I feel like I said my piece. He said his piece. I'm gonna put this on YouTube, and I'm gonna feel better about it. Cause at least I got it off my chest. When I watched this shit, it hurt me as a YouTube creator. I'm more on Twitch, but I'm trying to transition into YouTube, which is why I learned editing. It's sad to see people at the top are still dealing with this. And like I always say, I love y'all. I hope y'all have a good day. Don't be a burger. Make sure, just have some compassion for what you don't know people are going through. You see a video, if you can support your friends, support them. Because it takes a lot for people to do this. I know it may look like it's nothing, but people go to work and then come do this. They sacrifice sleep, eating, all that to make sure that they can. Y'all have a good one. Don't be a bird.
You bug.